Hi y'all, it's EricaElisabeth and welcome back to my channel. This is the start of week 5 of esthetician school and it is all about chapter 8 as well as doing the normal to dry facial. So today is Wednesday and I got the lucky draw of doing book work today. Like we did it last week, it's half the class does facials, the other half does book work. And then the next day we flip-flop. But chapter 8 is all about skin physiology. Yes, we're going through the 15 layers of skin and what each layer from the epidermis all the way down to the dermis does, what special functions are, where we can find keratinocytes, what is keratization, where we can find melanocytes, and just a whole lot of chemistry, which was a great follow-up to a great way to start this chapter after going from chapter 7 when we were learning about chemistry in products. That's one thing that I really like, how we are not just going chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. We're really building a foundation and we're adding those blocks and like, okay, we're starting to see how things are connected. Like we learned about the skeletal system. And then we learned about, the muscular system and all the muscles in the face and how that correlates to, how the skeleton or how the skull. I want to keep saying skeletal system, but how the skull, how the frontal and the occipital and the temporal bones, like how it's all connected and how it all ties together. And it makes it easier to remember when you need to remember these things, whether you are working or, I'm going to say it again, if it's going to be the $1 million question on Jeopardy. But skin physiology, learned about, I'm looking through my workbook, which y'all, again, I cannot reiterate this enough. Do the workbook. It will help make studying so much easier. You retain the information. And as we got told last week, at the end of our class, when we are done, when we have tested out of school, we will have to turn these books in and they do have to be completed. So why wasn't that brought to our attention?
Because why is that the way of dinosaurs?
I have no idea. Why is that way?
Because it's dinosaurs.
It's dinosaurs, y'all. But, now I forgot what I was talking about.
No, I forgot.
You totally made Mommy forget.
I forgot.
You and your cuteness. Oh my goodness.
I play my friends all day. All play my friends.
That's awesome, dude.
So that was the way. Come on.
All right.
And bubbles. It go fly away. And it's stay with the ba 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 ba. And it's a
Okay, now I remember what I was getting to. But our workbook has to be completely filled, all information, all notes in there, because when we complete school, we do have to turn it in. It has to be full. So why didn't they tell us this? Oh, hey, while you're studying, make sure that workbook that you got in your kit, fill it out. And it is a lot, but we found out that when we start working in store, when we started accepting clients and working in the clinic, again, it'll be kind of like how we are doing our facials right now. Half the class or one person will be doing facials while their partner is getting products and helping them out and assisting. And those of us who aren't doing facials, we will be studying and filling out our workbooks. So, I feel like I've said this like at least two other times, but really, really work and use the book. It is so, so helpful. So Arthur and I, we are here in the kitchen and we are both going to be doing homework. Someone is coloring a dinosaur in his favorite color and tracing his name. Yeah. You doing your homework?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to be filling out the rest for chapter 8 and going back and filling in information for chapter 2. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 were really easy and I just didn't fill it out. It's just I retained that information. So open mouth insert foot. I'm making up for that time. And found out that on Saturday, which will be a virtual class, we are doing waxing theory because day 1 on Wednesday of next week, a week from today, we will be really doing it. We will already have theory and we will be doing practical, which we're all excited. We all have really hairy legs. We're looking like rougarous and it's not pretty. So I'm gonna go study, and the next clip I will be inserting not only me giving facials to my partner for the week, Lilo. She is gorgeous. She is so smart. But I will try to get some clips of her giving me a facial as well, because again, really excited about normal to dry, because we are doing dry brushing, exfoliation. We are doing 2 face masks, and just the whole ritual looks amazing. I kept looking, like I was studying today and I was, filling out my notes and doing all the assignments, and I just looked over, I'm just like, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. So I'll just study and insert clips of normal to dry and a whole lot of facial fun. Oh, and one last note, I feel like I am just all over the place right now. My mind is going a million directions at once, but whatever. Something that we also did today, and that the other half of class will be doing tomorrow, is certification about human trafficking awareness, because we are involved in the beauty industry. Human trafficking is a really big problem, not just in the US but worldwide, and traffickers really like to hone in on the beauty industry because you're able to easily change your appearance, and it's really scary, and it's something that we as estheticians and just as people in general, we need to be on the lookout for those signs and to be able to help people, to help victims of human trafficking. I have not gone through it. I have heard public stories. For example, Brittany Louise Taylor, she was a YouTube influencer, original YouTuber, who collaborated with Shane Dawson in the early 2000s, and I absolutely loved her. She's the person I got shout out Sundays from early on in my business. But it's very frightening, and so to recognize if it's happening around you, or it's a frightening subject, and my mind just kind of scatters all about it. But be able to recognize the signs of trafficking, whether that's labor trafficking or sex trafficking, it does happen. It's worldwide. If you can help and save one person, that's amazing. And so wanted to give some credit there. And Miss Maya did send us a weekly overview of what we will be studying. And on Saturday, not only will we do waxing theory, but we are doing beauty through the decades. I love learning the history about ingredients and products and whatnot. But because we are estheticians and we do makeup, I am really excited to look at makeup during the French Revolution. I love the clean, classic beauties of the 1940s and 1950s with the cat eye and the red lip. 80s was a great time because you got those really wild colors and the really great hair. And then I'm going to have to confront the demons of my fashion fails and makeup fails, like doing just bottom pencil eyeliner all throughout high school. And maybe some mascara if I was really feeling it. So again, really excited about everything this week. And yeah, let's get to studying, taking notes, and making life happen. Hey y'all, so it is the end of Thursday. It was our second day on campus, and whew, what a fun, really quick day it was. I did my normal to dry facial in the morning, and y'all, I gotta say, Lilo was absolutely phenomenal. I kept, like, after my facial, I was like, oh my gosh, my skin looks so good, even just after, what was it, almost hour and a half of just working the refiner, the toner, the balancing cleanser, the Tourmaline face mask, just all of it. I was like, I see a difference, and I can't wait to see what my skin looks like in, 12 hours later. But the thing that I commented about Lila was like, every time that like she was like massaging or applying any product to my face, Ms. Maya said it best. Like every touch is with intention, and it was just so nice. I also noted how like normally when other people have like given me a facial or do face mask or something, or tested out a moisturizer, they forget the jaw area, and Lilo, she touched that every single time, and I'm just like, yes, she's getting 100% of the face. I love it. And just little tidbits here and there. It's just like, yes, I'm relaxing when I'm receiving these facials, but I also like to, when I'm awake, which I did not fall asleep this time. I did not. I was good. I was stayed awake. But I like to stay awake and kind of give feedback during my facial as well. So like, oh, I really enjoyed this. Like when we were doing the sensory journey at the beginning, I picked my scent, and Lila was like, okay, this is what you picked. And my mind automatically went, okay, if I was a customer, I would be making a note about, okay, she used this scent, I want to buy this. And it's just like, you know what? That is really good. You're explaining, you're educating your guest, and that's going to help you in the long run. It's going to help your client, and it's also going to help you. So that was really, really nice. Did lunch, and then it was my turn to give Lilo a facial, and y'all, I love to give everyone a compliment every single day, throughout the day, just, so that there's, a little pick-me-up. But when I got to do Lilo's facial on her, y'all, I could not, like, her cheekbones are amazing. I know I mentioned Kim's cheekbones, how like after we did the normal to sensitive facial on her, like light was just bouncing off of her cheekbones. Lilo's cheekbones, oh my goodness, I just wanted to like keep rubbing product on there because they were just so nice. And she, like, the apples of her cheeks are just so, they're so plump, they're so youthful, and it's just really, really nice. I had to be like, okay, don't spend so much time on the cheek area. But after that, we did a little review over some worksheets that we've done for the past 2 days. And yeah, I am home tucking Arthur into bed. We're actually going to watch a movie tonight. And yeah, tomorrow is a virtual day. We will be doing our chapter 7 or chapter 8 quiz, and then we'll be going through we'll be doing our chapter 7 test. That's what we're doing. We'll be doing our test, and then we will be going over chapter 8, the Skin Physiology, and then we'll be getting ready for waxing theory and whatever else. I will update y'all on that. But yeah, really excited. I'm excited to see what my face is like tomorrow morning, because people who got their facials yesterday, they're like, oh, when I put makeup on this morning, it just went on so smooth. Nadia, who first day of school, she's like, look, I have oily skin and I'm trying like all these exfoliants, and I can't find something that's going to help my face. This morning when she was asked, what did you think of the normal to dry facial, she's like, oh my goodness, I put on moisturizer and my skin just drank it in. It just went right in. It just melted. It was wonderful. And then her makeup, it just went on so easily. And it's like, okay, so sorry, Arthur is being a little irritating, but it's just like, okay, when on the first day you're like, look, I have combination skin, I have oily skin, and after doing a normal to dry facial, you know what, and you're seeing these results, you probably don't have oily skin, you probably have normal to dry skin, and this is what got you the best results. So it's just really, really fascinating, and it kind of opened up the doorway to like, okay, when you start taking clients, this is how we do things. And you might have someone come in saying, oh, well, I have oily skin, so I need a normal to oily facial. But then when you start your facial, every facial starts with the same 3 products. You're going to have your balancing cleanser, you're going to have your hydrating treatment, and then you're also going to have your recovery serum. You always start the facials that way. So then when you go and do your skin analysis, when you are looking for texture, tone, and temperature, you can actually look at the pores, feel their temperature, see what their skin is actually like, and come to find out they might not have oily skin. It's just, oh, they've been putting on moisturizer, their skin's not drinking it because there needs to be exfoliation. They might say they have oily skin, but you probably will end up doing a dry skin type facial instead. That's, or vice versa. Someone might say they have really dry skin and, oh no, it's actually oily, acneic. This would work better for you and give you better results. So yeah, I will insert the clips that I was able to take during the facial, when I was giving a facial to Lilo. Again, it was so much fun. A lot of people think that, oh, it's only good to receive a facial, and no one really likes giving them. No, it is very much therapeutic and just as much fun to give a facial. For example, when we go on a sensory, when we do the sensory journey, please take 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths. Hi, sir. But I hold my wrist with the oil, with the aromatic oil for the person, and I will watch them breathe. I don't tell them, okay, breathe in, breathe out, because then that's putting it into their mind, and that's kind of stressing them out, like, okay, I need to breathe this way. No, I breathe with whoever I am giving the facial to, so that way we have that rhythm, and then I also am relaxing as well. All right, let me tuck this guy into bed, let's watch our movie and get ready for camp, not on campus, for a virtual day tomorrow. I will see y'all then. Bye. Can you say bye? Can you say good night?
Good night.
Can you blow kisses? No, blow kisses. Mwah.
Baddie, yeah, the bad wolf.
You're a bad wolf?
No.
I'm gonna make a deal with the bad wolf?
Yeah.
The bad wolf don't fight no more? Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. It is Saturday and Friday. Oh my goodness, brain is melted from all the skin physiology and skin chemistry. Just, oh my gosh. Like, let me give y'all an example. Chapter 8, we talked about skin disorders, infections. Again, everything is tying in from the previous chapters, which I cannot appreciate enough. It's laying the foundation and building on top of that. I cannot encourage that kind of education enough, because it saves a whole lot of headache. But just to give y'all an example of like how much information we are going over, this is just 1 page of notes, and this is on the skin infections. So we're talking about herpes simplex, herpes zoster, aka shingles and chickenpox, impetigo, tinea corporis, aka, or no, that's not. When I say tinea corporis, I think that's dandruff. No, it's not, because it's related to ringworm. Tinea is ringworm, so that is ringworm of the head, and yeah, there's a lot. Let's see. Warts, verrucas. If y'all want an easy way to remember that, I remember back in 8th grade science, when we were talking about, you know, skin, organs, and all the systems and whatnot. My 8th grade science teacher was like, just think of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Veruca Salt was such a little wart. And I'm just like, a wart of Veruca, haha. And then there is Candida albicans, which yeast infection, and then pink eye, aka acute conjunctivitis. Again, I feel like this random knowledge will win me $1 million. If not win me $1 million, it will make me $1 million when I'm out, as Miss Maya says, in the wild. So today we are going to be doing our chapter 8 test. So that is why I am up early and studying and writing my to-do list, conquering my world, and then we're also going to be starting our waxing not protocol. Yeah, it is protocol. And doing theory, because next week we are actually doing waxing. So excited. And then we're doing beauty through the decades. So I will definitely be doing a video updating y'all on that. If not during my lunch break, at least at the end of the day, because I find that the previous videos, I was repeating myself a lot because it's like, oh, well, I need to update what we're doing. Well, I did that this morning, but I said I would come back. So I don't want to repeat. I don't want to make these videos so long. I know they've been going 20, 30 minutes. Hey, that's great. But I really don't like repeating a lot. So I'm going to go study some more, drink my first cup of coffee, get to that second one before we start the test, and do some more learning. Hey y'all, so it is Sunday and woot. Said I was going to update y'all after lunch or end of day, but it gets really dark, and when I'm not at school, then I automatically switch to mommy mode, and life does not stop until I absolutely crash. So after we went over the last bit of chapters 8, it was still a lot of information. Once we got to our lunch break and we started talking about wax theory, we were all so excited. And then the beauty through the decades was focused on the eyebrows. So we saw eyebrows starting from the 20s, then into the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, early 2000, and then to today. And y'all, the 40s and 50s, it was like, yes, there was Audrey Hepburn, there was Greta Garbo, Marilyn Monroe, and then we had Sophia Loren. I'm just like, yes, all the ladies that I love and admire who are style icons, yes. And then the 70s, when we kind of went back to like, during the 40s and 50s, and even to the 60s, we kind of went back to the thick eyebrows, previously, like compared to the 20s and 30s, how they were like pencil thin and like they were supposed to look like a little pitiful and sullen. No, the 40s and 50s and even in the 60s, we wanted thick brows. And then 70s was more, oh, let's go natural. And then 80s brought forth Brooke Shields. God bless her. She was a gorgeous young lady and she's still gorgeous to this day. And then late 90s, early 2000s were like the really thin. We were going back to like overplucked pencil thin eyebrows, and then 2000s to now we're back to a little thicker, more natural and tinting and whatnot. But it's just like, yes, we all got really excited and then showed like what we thought were bad brows and what we thought were good brows. And y'all, some of the pictures, oh, we got some jokesters in my class. It was just like, oh my God, how dare you like offend my eyes with that? It was horrible. But then there were like some really beautiful brows. It's just like, yes, that's what I want. So then we learned a little bit more about waxing. We learned how to do the waxing protocol. You know, we went over our paper and everything. Again, this is all theory. We don't practice anything until we're back on campus on Wednesday and Thursday, which we were told it's not going to be half doing it and half studying. We're going to be trying something new, which I will update y'all in the next vlog. But what else was it? Not only did we learn about waxing, but as a little assignment, we were assigned to groups, and then we had to research about other hair removal methods like sugaring, laser, electrolysis, and of course there was a group that did waxing and gave a little bit more information. My group, we learned about sugaring, which is, it's the same way, well, it's the same removal type as waxing. You are pulling hair out, but it is a more natural way to do it. You can easily do it at home with sugar, lemon, and a little bit of water to make a paste, and just a really beneficial. The way you apply it is opposite of wax. When you do wax, you apply it in the direction of the hair growth, and when you remove it, you go opposite of the direction of the hair growth. Whereas sugaring, when you apply it, you want to put it opposite of the hair growth, because you want the sugar and that you want that paste to go into the hair follicle. So then when you pull it away, it's going to pull the hair deeper down in the follicle. So it's going to give you, you will be hairless a lot longer than with waxing. Usually it lasts about 3 to 5 weeks. And one of the girls in my group, Carnice, she's from upstate New York, closer to Rochester than the city. She and I, we talk about New York a lot from my visits there and the one visit to upstate. Oh, it's awesome. But she actually found a salon where I live, that's literally a 5-minute drive away. She's like, look, they do sugaring. I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to try sugaring. Because I've done waxing on my eyebrows, I've done waxing on my face, but I have not waxed my legs, my armpits, or anywhere else. But the benefits that I found from sugaring is just like, okay, I will save the waxing of the legs and everything for school, but after that, I'm going 5 minutes down the road from the house. One method that really caught my interest was electrolysis. Electrolysis is when they take this pin that has a needle. The needle goes into the hair follicle and has an electric current that kind of zaps it, so that, again, it's going to stop hair from growing in that follicle. But then with that pin, after it zaps, it pulls the hair, or the pin doesn't do it. You have to take tweezers and pull the hair out of the follicle. And the video that the group shared, it was just like so satisfying to watch, because it's just like the needle goes in, bzz, comes out, and then the tweezers, and then there's like a little stub of hair, a little stub, but then you see the tweezers grab it and then it just pulls. It was kind of like a little circus act, like da, 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 with the scars, how it just like kept coming. It's like, but there was only this much showing. The hair follicle is a lot deeper than just the epidermis, so it's just like it kept pulling, and then, and you saw the root of it. It's just like, oh yeah, I can feel it. That just, oh, that's so good, so good. It's like ASMR. I swear, it, like, just watching some of those videos is just like so pleasing to the senses. And considering, like, you know, that's what you know, doing hair removal and whatnot is a possibility for an esthetician. It's just like, ooh, I could definitely use that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I kid you not, like, once we got here's what I've noticed. Once we get through the bookwork and note-taking and all the death by PowerPoint, specifically with this chapter, the time for school just flies by. Like, oh my goodness. But yeah, I can't wait for next week to be on campus and to start actually doing waxing. So excited to wear shorts because it's been 75 degrees here in Louisiana. And I'm wearing pants for work, and when I get home, it's just like, okay, I'm putting on leggings because I don't want to show what's going on down there. And my eyebrows, like, I've been needing a touch-up since, like, November, but I'm like, look, if I get them waxed, I'm not going to have anything for school. And it's, yes, eyebrows, legs, arms, upper lip, like, whatever they want to wax, they are more than welcome to. And we do have someone who volunteered to demonstrate a Brazilian waxing. That was something else. We were sent videos on how a Brazilian wax is performed and how a manzillion, yes, there are men who get Brazilians, it's called a manzillion. Those videos were provided for us, and it's just like, okay. Some people are like, look, I can't watch that, which is, that's their choice. Just because you're an esthetician, it does not mean that because you're a licensed esthetician, you have to do this. No. It is, you are free to do what you want with your license, within reason, within reason, but you are certified to do A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. So that was interesting. You know, I have a son, either here or there, but it's just like, it opens up your mind to what you're able to do, because a women's Brazilian can go $50, $60, $70, $80, whereas a man, you can go, there are some places where you can go well over $100. And if that's what you want to do, if that's what your niche is going to be, if you want to cater to that audience, that is totally up to you. That is your power. So yeah, very excited to get on campus. And yeah, I don't know what we're going to be what the next chapter is. I mean, I could look in some old notes and whatnot, but again, brain just kind of melted, excited, and I need to do some stuff. I need to get some sales going for my personal business, clean room, be an adult, dinners, and whatnot. So I hope y'all are enjoying this series. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, click download and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you know when my next video is up. I will also mention, y'all, that there is a photo contest going on Instagram right now where we did Valentine's theme. I submitted, and I would absolutely love it if y'all went and followed me, not only on Instagram, but also follow my esthetician page and go like the photo. I will put the link down below for the specific photo, and I will put both links to both profiles, both my personal, if you want something more than, you know, just skincare advice and whatnot. It's more personal friendly, and there will be some business stuff on there, but again, PamperWithEE. Whereas my esthetician page, that is, you know, a lot of the before and afters, and I will share my makeup photo contest submissions as well, because I did do one back in December. I did a look that was Sugar Plum Fairy inspired, and I used concealer and foundation, and or not found. I used concealer, I used eyeshadow, and a lipstick, and that was it. That was all that I used, and I had a lot of fun with it. So y'all go and like that photo. Please help me win. I don't know what the prize is, but you know, hey, bragging rights. So y'all go connect with me. I will put all my social media links down below, and y'all have a great day. Can't wait for waxing. Yes.